back to Miss B Biology. This is a revision lesson on the topic diffusion. So grab your book and grab your pen and let us begin. The lesson objectives are to 1. Describe what is meant by diffusion and to describe the factors that affect the rate of diffusion. I am in my mom's bedroom using her favorite perfume. Why are you using my perfume? Mom is in the living room. How did you know I used her perfume? Mom knows you're using her perfume because the perfume particles are spreading out. The perfume particles are moving from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. The perfume particles are diffusing. Here is a definition for diffusion. Diffusion is the spreading out of particles, which results in a net movement of particles from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. In diffusion, the substances are moving down a concentration gradient. Our cells need to take in useful substances such as oxygen and glucose and get rid of waste products such as carbon dioxide and urea. These substances can enter cells and waste products can leave cells by diffusion. Example of diffusion in living organism. Let us look at gaseous exchange at the alveoli. Oxygen from the air we breathe in diffuses from the lungs into the blood because there is a higher concentration in the lungs compared to the blood. There is a lower concentration of carbon dioxide in the air we breathe in when compared to the blood coming from your body tissues. So carbon dioxide will diffuse from the blood into the lungs and is excreted from the body when we exhale. Another example of diffusion in living organisms is when urea diffuses from your liver into the blood. So urea is produced in the liver cells from the breakdown of excess amino acids. There is a higher concentration of urea inside the liver cells than the blood, so urea diffuses out. The urea is transported to the kidneys where it is excreted in the urine. There are factors now that affects the rate of diffusion. There are 3 factors that we'll be focusing on: difference in concentration, temperature, and surface area. Let us talk about the first factor, surface area. There are 2 types of cells on your screen. The cells to your left, they are highly folded in their cell membrane, while the cell to the right has no foldings in its cell membrane. Folds in the cell membrane increase the surface area of the cell. Much more substances can move in and out of the cell with the folded cell membrane, as there is way more area for diffusion to take place. When surface area increases, so does the rate of diffusion. The next factor is temperature. The higher the temperature, the greater the rate of diffusion. And why is it so? This is because particles move around much faster as their kinetic energy has increased. The last factor is difference in concentration. There are 2 concentration gradients on your screen. The one to your left will have a faster rate of diffusion. Why? Because there is a bigger difference in the number of particles in both areas. So faster diffusion on the left, and the diffusion rate will be slower on the right. If you notice, the number of particles in the 2 areas is not much of a difference, and so diffusion will happen slower. If there is a big difference in concentration between 2 areas, then diffusion will happen at a faster rate. Did you achieve the lesson objectives? Are you able to describe what is meant by diffusion? Can you describe the factors that affect the rate of diffusion? The only way to find out is to do some past paper questions to check your knowledge on this content. Thank you so much for watching and all the best in your exams. Bye bye.